cares about rich people, right? I mean, who cares about the top 0.01%, the upper class, the people that live lifestyles that you and me, we can only imagine, right? Tax the rich, eat the rich, fuck the rich people, right? What if I told you that this is a mindset that is likely going to keep you poor, keep you in the lower class, whether you want to be or not? It's one of those things that it's kind of like I surrender. I give up. I'm not ever going to be in a higher income bracket than I am right now. It's never going to happen. Fuck the rich. Tax the rich. Because it's not fair. It's not fair. We should all have to chip in. And you have all this money. You know that if you wanted to, you could use all your money and you could feed the homeless people. You could solve the homeless issue. That sounds really good, except people with money problems, it seems ironic, but money is rarely the fix. People with money problems have a mindset problem. People that want to attack the rich, tax the rich, go after the rich like they are these creatures, these evil beings that are sent here just to show us what a demonic force really looks like. Actually, a devil incarnate, something that is just disguised as a human being, but it's really just here to show us, to prove to us that we are the good ones. We are the ones that are on the right side. Money is rich. I mean, money is evil, right? Money is super evil because rich people, they have to be evil. Money is the root of all evil. Haven't you heard that? It's in this little thing that I like to call the Bible. There it is. Money is the root of all evil. So take that. Fuck the rich. Tax the rich. Go after them. Because, like I said, it's not fair, right? If you have all this money, you're just rolling around in that bitch like Scrooge McDuck. What you think this is? There are homeless people. There are people that live on the streets. And you're just rich. Have more money than you could ever spend. That your children's children's children probably wouldn't be able to spend if they never added to it. That's crazy. Fuck you. Fuck you. You heard me? Tax the rich. And what do you mean this is gonna keep me poor? I'm not surrendering. It's funny how when we are put in this position, we as in people, the peasants and the royalty, the haves and the have-nots, us and them, the 99 and the 1%ers. It's crazy how we can paint them out to be a villain, but how quickly things would change if things changed. How would you feel if you were rich? Sincerely. And rich is one of those words like successful. You know? What does that mean to you? You get to define that. And of course, there is objectively, like, bro, you're rich. But somebody with $100 million can go kick it with a billionaire and kind of feel not so rich. So what's rich for you? You know? Whatever that number is. You get to just throw a little fucking coin in the wishing well and wish for whatever number that is. Let's say you are the rich now. Still fuck them. It's evil, right? All money is evil. Anybody with money must be evil. And not only that, they should have to pay the most. They should have to not only pay the most, they should continuously pay more, to where they basically have more, but it's not that much more. They're doing so much giving back that it makes us feel better. It makes us, as the other 99 percenters, feel more at ease, like things are right and just and fair, and smiles. It's really easy to say tax the rich, fuck the rich when you're not rich. And one of the quickest ways to stay poor is to join a team for some reason. Like, it's like you're on a team. Like, yeah, fuck the rich people. As if you would never have an opportunity or a chance to become rich. Instead of looking at this as an opportunity to have an objective standpoint, you want to say, no, let's just claim the "this isn't fair" card and continuously demand more and more money. The exact numbers of things don't really matter, but think about how much taxes somebody like Elon Musk or Bill Gates, you know what I'm saying? How much taxes do they pay in their lifetime? Do you even come close? Fuck what you pay for taxes. How about your entire income for your lifetime? Do you even come close? Do you even make as much as they pay in taxes? I don't. Mm, wait a minute. Wait a minute. What are you saying? You're one of us. What are you doing? What you doing, XO? What do you mean? Yeah, man. I I'm rich by no means. I'm rich in spirit, I guess. Um, and that's a right now thing that can continue to change. You can become rich and then lose that shit. So by no means is one of those white flags being raised and saying, I'm not rich. This is me saying, I'm not taking the standpoint of this to defend a class that I'm technically not a part of yet. And maybe I never will be. But one thing that I will say, whether or not I become rich or not, I'm never going to stop trying. I'm never going to try to become, embody the bottom 99%. Yeah, I'm in the lower class. Oh, I'm just in the middle class. Like, what about us middle class people? Like, making it seem like it's like an identity. Never will I ever. It's like a status, man. And my status can be updated at any time. Or I can just choose to let this shit remain forever. And it's like, what about our debt, man? The United States is in trillions of dollars of debt. And I, by no means, am any sort of like economist or anything of that nature. I don't even know another phrase to use. That's how fucking stupid I am in a way. In a way. In a way. I got other things that I'm good at. And my mom says I got a nice smile and that I look good in orange. She said it's a good color on me. So, thanks, Mom. But when it comes to shit like the economy, and I mean legit, let's get down to brass tactics, solutions. What are we going to do? What is the actual problem? Can you explain it completely as if I'm a fifth grader that doesn't really know much? Not really, actually. In fact, all I really understand is the simplified, broken down version that I've been able to comprehend or take in at my level. So yeah, I'm kind of stupid with that. I'm not sitting here saying that, hey, I have a solution, but one thing that I know isn't true, the people that are making the most money and shit like that, yes, if there's corruption and things, people are like, yes, but rich people are evil, they could be doing this and they're doing all of it. If they're doing anything illegal, that shit hopefully will come out into the light of day. But if they're just like making money and you're just winning the game too well, fuck you for winning the game so well. You were handed a good deck because you were born into money and you're like a trust fund baby. And actually, you're not like most trust fund babies and you just blow this shit and actually have no real purpose because you've never had to work for anything. You're one of those trust fund babies that they got with the program. They understood the game. They actually wanted to know the game of money and how it works and how to continue to build a legacy and have some longevity in the game, just like their people. Even if you were dealt those cards, so what? It's like fuck you, fuck these people for winning, fuck these people for getting ahead, fuck these people for not being on the same playing field. That's like playing the game of Monopoly, and when somebody starts to obviously win, that's like saying, hey man, you're doing too well. Every time you pass go, you don't get $200 anymore. You got to start paying for the money that gets put out for us. When we pass go and we get our 200, you got to start paying towards that. You just got to start putting in towards the pot of Monopoly. You just have too much money. And then the more you put in, the more we're going to ask for. And then eventually it's just going to feel like we have the same amount of money. It's like, wait, wasn't I winning? Wasn't I doing the game right? And yeah, there's a whole bunch of different tax strategies and like ways to pay less taxes. If it's legal, why are we mad at that? Using real estate or whatever, I don't know, whatever tactic that's being used to pay less in tactics or taxes rather. Why why would we be upset at that? I feel like there's some real crab in the barrel. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to be a loser, you know. I wanna have it where no there are no winners and there are no losers and we don't keep score in this sport and everybody gets a fucking trophy. Kinda sound like a bitch. I don't know. There's a little bit of an observation I'm gonna put out there. You kinda sound like a sore fucking loser. Emphasis on loser. Who wants to be a loser? Who wants to? And it's like I personally know people. There's people in my family, so it's like I'm not trying to attack people that have the standpoint of tax the rich, fuck the rich. They could pay for all of this. It's like, bro, I'm not saying I'm some fucking by any means some economics whiz, but you do not know what you're talking about. These people have the money to live wherever they want. So if you try to start fucking with their money, just like they find ways to pay less in taxes, and even with all of that, they still pay way more than all of us do in taxes. You know what I mean? Let's just side eye, roll our eyes, and ignore that shit, right? Just ignore the fucking billions in taxes that they already pay. We're going to ignore it. But they're going to be able to come up with other ways, find other places, be able to outsmart, outmaneuver their money around. Even if that means, hey, we can't really live in the United States anymore, guys. You know, we gotta leave. We gotta go, I don't know, to whatever other fucking country that's better, that treats their rich people better. And I don't know, it's honestly kind of sickening. Again, I could do the metaphor with any type of game. It's like somebody you playing football, somebody scores too many touchdowns. Hey, fuck you, man. It's like you got to start giving us points. Every time you come out into the field, you give us 1 point. Since you keep trying to score 6 every time you get a fucking touchdown. It's like, what? Yeah, you're too good. You're too good at the game. And people are like, bro, this isn't a game. I told you, people are fucking homeless. They're fucking homeless. And you're going to hell. How dare you? How dare you make light of this situation? How dare I? Oh my God. It's kind of fucked up, I guess. It's not a game. Life isn't a game. All this shit isn't a game. Well, there's fucking winners and losers, man. That's all I'm seeing. There's rules to the motherfuckers. If you break the rules, you fuck up in the game. Sometimes you have to start over. And like a lot of games, once you start to get a little bit of momentum, once you start to know what you're doing, you start winning and it becomes even easier to win. And it might suck for people that are losing. I get that. I can empathize with that. Again, I know so many people that feel that way. That tax the rich, fuck the rich. I think it's become such a cringe thing for me. Anytime I hear anything that's like, I'm accepting the financial position that I'm in right now, or that we're in right now, like as a family, as a unit, because this thing, let's face it, it's almost like generational. Like if your mom and your grandparents, all that shit, if they're acting this way, it's infectious, bro. It spreads and it continues to make its way through the next generations. And there's like little sayings that I've even grown not to like. Like something my people would say a lot when I was a kid is, let's say it was like, oh, I want to watch TV. And it might say something like, oh, well, I want $1,000,000. As in saying, you're not going to watch this TV. You watching this TV right now, because it never worked. I never got to watch the fucking TV. Oh, man. Shit never worked for me as a kid. I don't know how the fuck y'all grew up. Get your ass to bed, nigga. Stop with all that whining. I never got the TV. And it wasn't until I was an adult that I was like, damn, that's such a fucked up thing. Not only to say to your kid, but to say to yourself. And I'm not knocking my parents out. Love them so much. They are, like all of us, just people that try the best that they can. But hindsight 2020, now that I'm looking back and now that I get to look at the world and decide how I want to move through it. You ain't watching this TV. I ain't getting $1,000,000. That's kind of like 2 lessons in one. Like, stop whining. You're not getting this just for whining. And you ever getting your way by whining is about as likely as me getting $1,000,000, which isn't even that much these days. It's not even that much. And this, again, is somebody that is not rich. I'm not sitting here and being like, yes, small loan of $1,000,000. It was nothing. No, man. Saying, bro, I could do math. You can see how fast like $10,000 goes by. Well, it leads me to believe, like before, I remember it's like $10,000. What? Before it's like, damn, imagine having $1,000. But this, you get $1,000. How fast $1,000 can go by? What the fuck? Before that, you're just dreaming of like how $1,000. So you get $100. $100. Ooh, man. Get a couple things, maybe one good thing. I don't know. $100 is gone, man. That shit's gone. Where was that $100? You can't go in a fucking Walmart without spending $100. You feel me? Like $100. What $100? $1 million isn't even that much. That was a phrase that was told to me so much. Can I get this? When can I get $1 million? And bro, you ain't gonna get no. That's another way it was used. It's a little bit different though. Like, oh, I want this. Oh, I want $1 million. That's kind of like personal. But can I have this? As in, can you give this to me? Oh, can I? Like, can I get $1 million? You ain't got no $1 million, though. It's almost like, again, an impossible task. Who are we? We are the lower class, the lower middle class, the middle class, the upper middle class, anything but that upper class. In your dreams, Johnny. I don't know, man. It's little sayings like that. I want to make sure my kids don't hear that shit. Because you could get $1 million. There are kids that make $1 million. They get an idea or they start some fucking, I don't know, YouTube channel or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, we like to say, you could do anything you want. You could be the president. You could, be an astronaut. You could do all these things. It's just crazy how, depending on the environment where you grew up in, that's kind of like going to determine your relationship with money at first. You know? Are you in a household where your people are always stressing about money? It's always, oh, we don't have enough for this. Oh God, gotta get more money. It's like, more passive about it, more peaceful about money. And that doesn't even necessarily mean do you have more or do you not, which of course that plays a factor. If you grow up in a house where you got a whole bunch of money in the house, you know what I mean? You got everything you could ever ask for and then some. You are the rich friend. In fact, you're not even the rich friend because you go to the rich school where it's nothing but rich people. And you better be rich or you don't fit in, bitch. Of course, that plays a part. But even if putting the money aside, let's say you are in the lower class and you just have a more relaxed approach about money, I feel like even that, well, where it's not always such a stress, it's like, oh, I gotta get money. Like, you know what I mean? It's more like, hey, money is out there. It will come, it'll go. I don't know. Again, I've never been my definition of rich, or probably anybody's definition. No, anybody that is actually knows about money, because maybe like a little 5-year-old be like, oh, I'll be rich and but basically nobody's definition of rich have I ever achieved. Tax the rich. Fuck the rich. Fuck them. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. The rich typically have businesses or they have properties. So where do the 99 percenters, since it's us versus them, where the fuck we gonna live there, nigga? Where are we gonna work? It's like, oh yeah, there's rich people. There's like other companies to work for. Every single company, originally was a person that was just like, oh, we're a group of people. It was like, wow, let's come up with whatever business you want to fill in the blank with. But then you have people like Steve Jobs or Elon Musk or Bill Gates or these people that are rich and they're so rich, or I guess they step more into the limelight that we kind of fixate and focus more on them. But there's a lot of A lot of motherfucking rich people. 1% is still a lot of people. Everything that you probably own stems from somebody having the ambition to create a company, create a product, create whatever, create the TV shows you like to watch, the music you like to listen to. We're quick to, and by we, I mean people, because I ain't with y'all motherfuckers. I might be temporarily my status, you feel me? Like, if you look, just gonna switch some things in my bank account, and maybe eventually, if I squint and shit, it could look a little better. But we as people, we love to notice what's fair, what's not fair. Of course, there's winners, there's losers, there's the haves, there's the have-nots. And the ones that are losing, the ones that don't have, the ones that on the short end of the stick, we just have a tendency to be like, oh, it's not fair, and just like point the finger and it's fuck them, and it's like either violence or like, you know what I mean? We're gonna try to take your shit. All these like negative things where it's like you're just becoming an even lesser version of yourself. Where it's like, of course, you're in the bottom parts of society. That's how you're acting right now. And it's up to you if you want to embody that as a person. Like, that's who you are. You know, and there are little sayings that you can have, like, where if you were to look at the different taxes that people get taxed, where you only worry about what happens in your tax bracket. You don't even really look at what happens afterwards. It's like, oh, they make $1 billion and they have to give 500 million basically. Who cares? Fuck them. Fuck the rich. Tax the rich. Attack the rich. They can suck a dick. I don't care. But anyways, what do I have to do? What are my taxes? I'm only worried about what's happening in this lower percentage. I don't know. I think you get my drift. Hopefully you catch my drift, because this is the type of shit that keeps you poor. Type of shit that it's like, I swear, if there was, let's say, let me just humor you. Let's say that there's a 1% that wants to make sure that the 1% stay the 1% and everybody else basically can stay down in the lower parts, the dirt, the mud people. Fuck them. What if they're saying the same thing? Y'all saying fuck the rich. What if they're saying fuck the poor? Fuck the poverty people. Fucking peasants. Poor, poverty, peasants. That's a lot of peas. Poor, poverty, peasant people. There you go. It's a tongue twister for you. Maybe they're saying the same thing. Maybe if I were to try and keep the bottom mud people, poverty people, down there, I'm going to make them band together. They love to virtue signal. They love to be a part of a team. Anyways, these tribal fucking monkeys. It's going to be evil to be us. It's going to be fucking bad. You're probably a piece of shit. Oh, don't be us. Don't be us. The 1%, ugh. The ones who make money, the rich? Fuck them. Tax the rich. Tax us. Go ahead. Just don't be us. Just stay down there. Stay down there. And by the way, we are hiring. We have 1,000 employees coming soon in our new location in every city near you. Yeah, so buckle up. We got all your jobs. Stay down there. talk shit about us and band together. I want you to link arms. Anybody that says anything different, you better boot them out. They don't understand the program. We're evil. Rich people are evil. They should be taxed. They should be looked at as anything but human. Dehumanizing them is the utmost priority when looking at the 1%. Fuck the rich. I don't know, man. It's kind of like some evil genius shit. Some reverse psychology type shit. You don't want to be us, you know? And let's bring it down to like a lower level. Think if you worked at an office or something and you have a manager that comes around. And anytime the manager comes around, everybody stops like joking around. Everybody just comes, oh, it's the manager. Oh, hey. It's fucking boss man, boss lady, whatever. Fucking asshole. All right, bye, Clark. Okay. Always riding my ass about clocking in on time after my lunch break. Even little things like that, just a little bit of a difference. You're not us. It's like, wow, imagine working at that job. How likely are you to want to aspire to be the manager that all of your coworkers have trashed? Like, God, the authority, fuck the man, fuck the system, right? And in this case, that's the manager. How likely are you to actually want to be that same type of position in that office? Might feel a little weird. Might feel a little awkward. Might feel a little ostracized. Like, hey guys, got this promotion, but I'm still one of you. All right. And then you notice that they start doing the same thing that y'all used to do. You walk into the scene, everybody gets kind of quiet. So, hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's like, oh, hey, Amy. As soon as you leave, oh, you're Amy. Fuck. Why did I do this to myself? We do it to ourselves, man. And maybe there are some evil, rich people at play that are like, yeah, band together. Make it some sort of virtue signal to be in the middle class or the lower class. Don't even aspire to be rich. But even if that is the case, what does it have to do with the people that are actually down there that are like tax rich? They're like, you're kind of just, it should be bucking. Fuck the man, fuck the system. It's like, don't tax her. I'm going to become rich. I guess that's just me though. Like, I don't know. If we playing football, the other team just starts scoring a whole bunch of touchdowns, motherfucker, we gotta play harder. You feel me? But this isn't a game like that. That's what's cool about this shit. This shit is a game, but it's not a game like that where there's two teams, winners and losers. You know, that whole team, you guys all won. The other team, you guys all lost. Sorry, there can only be one. It's not like that. It's not one of those where there's only a certain amount. Why can't the 1% become 3%, 4%? You know what I mean? And yes, I get it. It's easy for some people. And it's super hard for others. You don't get it. There's suffering all around the world. People that have all the odds against them. They're just backed into a corner. They really have no chance against society. Society is winning. Life is winning. This game that you're talking about, fuck this game. This game is cynical. It's sinister. It's actually sentencing people to death. People are dying, man. They're dying. Yeah, you're right. Do you think taxing the rich is going to fix that? Do you think pointing at the people that aren't under these circumstances is going to fix that? To try and make it the responsibility of the successful to pay for the ones who are not is crazy. To pay for what we demand out of society. We want our roads paved. We want school systems updated. We want all of these things. It's like, but when it comes down to how we're going to pay for it, these same people that are so evil, that should be attacked, that should be taxed, those are the ones that should have to pay for it all. God forbid you win the lottery. I mean, God forbid for you. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Yes, like money might just instantly turn into like a demon or something. You evil ass. Don't let your business idea take off. Don't let those ideas in the back of your head where honestly, if you're trying to create a business or you're putting shit out there, you're probably, hopefully, not thinking, I don't even know. Maybe I'm wrong. But hopefully, if you're trying to be successful in any venture, you're not at the same time simultaneously being like, fuck the rich, tax the rich. Again, it's just kind of like, bro, I will never make it in this. I'm never going to have to worry about fuck the rich because I ain't never going to be the rich. That's a sad way to live life. At least be optimistic, man. And even if, again, success is what you make it, right? What if, like, I don't care about being rich. I just want to be around my family, blah, blah, blah. Like, being rich isn't a priority for me. I get my happiness and all of that from other things. And as long as I have enough to get by and all of those nice things like that. Yeah. Okay, cool. It doesn't have to be, well, it'll one day be me. That was just me trying to help you become empathetic. Like, damn, what if this was me? What if I was rich? Actually, I would love to be rich. Man, what if I did come up with like some sort of business or product, or I had a podcast or music career or a comedy career, or I was an actor or I was a famous chef or whatever your dream is. And I actually did become in this top 1%, even if I just have a regular career and I did some investing on the side and then that ended up leading me to the high life, the rich life. What if that was me? I said all of that to hopefully get your empathy gears turning. Like, okay, maybe that's not what's right. Maybe that's not fair. Even though I was talking about, oh, it's not fair in the beginning. But yeah, let's say hypothetically, money isn't, fuck money, blah, 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 all the things I said. Like, I just want to be with my family. I'm not just like, nah, I love my family. So it's, but damn, I want to be rich too. Like, I don't know. And it's not just like, oh, because I want to provide for my family and so they could have that life, man. I'd be lying if I said that's like the only driver for me. That's a part of it, yeah, of course. But this shit was there before, like for myself as well, for my kids, and honestly, even before I was even thinking about kids, fuck kids is what I was thinking at first. It's like to prove it to yourself. I don't know. We get one fucking life. I just want to go for it. I just want to swing. I might miss, but I ain't gonna get no home run if I don't swing. And that was a baseball reference. America. But if that is your North Star, where honestly I could be lower middle class just enough to get by, where I'm not really sweating about bills and shit. My kids have everything they need. I just want to live my best life, and that's happiness for me. Even if you're not looking at this like, what if I was rich? Can't you look at this as these are other people? Can't you still just be objective and be like, hey, that honestly doesn't seem fair. It doesn't seem fair that like these people are paying more in taxes than everybody else combined. It's I don't know, maybe that's not right since there are like literally millions of us and Basically, you say tax the rich. It's more like tax success, tax the successful. It's kind of fucked up. And it incentivized people to stop playing the game on this board because, again, there are other countries, there are other places that they can relocate to and still live a very nice, luxurious life outside of America. Imagine that. Yeah, man. We just do all these things. We basically brainwash ourselves to stay a loser. We do it with everything. Like, if, like, let's say it's any sport and then you see somebody that's winning, it's like, oh, it's just because, oh, they're taller than me and they just have the better cleats. And I don't know, you come up with all these excuses. Like, they just had it better. It's just like, I'm just the victim. It's like, oh, God, that's what you want to just be, like a whiny bitch your entire fucking life. That's cool. At least acknowledge that that's what you're doing. That's what you're being. A whiny little bitch. No judgment. Little judgment. A lot. A fucking judgment because we could be better. Again, we could, instead of trying to take the money from the 1% and spread it to the rest and tax them and fuck them and all that, wouldn't it be nice to just get more people to aspire to become the 1%, where one becomes two, becomes three, becomes four, and then, hey, actually, what was 1% is like 10% of our population. We're living really fucking well because we worked on our mindset. Um, we brainwash our fucking selves, man, with everything. Like with my music, it could be really easy to compare myself to basically every other artist. And yeah, before social media and all that, artists could always compare themselves to like the top tier people. But now it's how easy is it to actually compare yourself to other people or other artists that are around the same level? Like, damn, they became an artist after me. They only dropped a couple songs. They popped off. All these things you can compare. And then your mind could also start going to, oh, it's probably just because where they live, they probably just get more opportunities, man. They just get lucky. It's all about luck. Luck, man. I'm just an unlucky person. I'll just never be that. Like all these pessimistic shit that we like to say. And then we can we can attack the people that are succeeding once we've given up. I don't know. Maybe that's just my own observation.